you guys, welcome to my studio. I have a question for you. Are you a work and no play kind of person? I tend to get caught up in that. I get so busy with all of my goals that I forget to stop and just play. And I feel like that it is very important to have a balance of work and play. It relieves stress. You keep those relationships with your friends and family, and it just helps with a healthier lifestyle altogether. But I also feel like, as a creative, that you need to incorporate playtime into your life, your business. Through play, you get to experiment and you grow through learning new techniques, and it kind of changes your process. So who wants to stick with the same old boring process and style and subject matter? So today I have decided I'm going to give myself time to play, and I'm going to take you right along with me. So let's get started. I'm starting out with a little bit of burnt sienna thinned with turp to start my sketching. Remember, I am giving myself the freedom to play with no preconceived expectations, so I'm not paying attention to every detail of the sketch. It's just going to be a rough sketch just to map out the placement of my tulips. I am painting on Artist Loft's canvas sheets. They come in a pad. This particular one is an 8x10. And I love using these sheets because they're perfect for playing and experimenting with, but they're also easier to store rather than a bunch of stretched canvases. Now my drawing is all complete and it's time to paint, so I'm mixing my background colors. I want purples and blues, so I'm using ultramarine blue with a lonesome crimson and a little bit of red with white to get that purple. And then I'm going to use my phthalo blue with white to get that nice teal blue color. At this point, I am just paying attention to color and my values, my lights and my darks. So I'm not going to be doing a lot of blending, just mapping out where I want my color to be.
Now that I have the first layer of color laid down for the background, I'm going to start blocking in the color on the tulip blooms and on the leaves. Do you have a favorite flower? Tell me in the comments below and let me know what your favorite flower is. I love tulips, and when I was getting married and it came time to decide what flowers to have in my wedding, for my bridesmaids, and for my bridal bouquet, I knew tulips was what I was going to have. And so because it's so special to me, that is why I chose to paint tulips today. The only thing that I am a little bit sad about when it comes to tulips is that they just don't stay around very long. They come up in the spring, they're up maybe a month, and then you have to wait a whole nother year to see them. But whenever I paint them, I get to keep them around all the time. Getting a little bit ahead of myself with these top tulips. I just can't help myself in adding all the little details on here, but you know, we're playing, so there's no rules. Check out this little DIY hack that I rigged up. I use it to hold up these canvas sheets. In the past, I have tried taping the sheets down to a surface, and all it would do is come undone and it would leave me frustrated. So I took an old board, glued on a few clothespins, and voila. Now I'm at my absolute favorite part of a painting, and that's when I get to use the palette knife to add layers of color to the background. I will be pulling in various colors from the subject matter. So in this painting, it would be some of the pinks and the reds and the oranges from the tulips, as well as some of the darker, deeper teals and the leaves of the tulips. As I continue to add layers of color, I'm also using my palette knife to blend slightly to create a softness in the background. A few more touch-ups and she will be finished. I love to see my palette whenever I'm done, all the beautiful colors that I've used together in one spot. It just makes me feel so happy.
Thank you so much for joining me in the studio today. It was so nice to be able to just relax and turn off my brain and just play. If you like what you saw, I would love for you to come visit my website at www.beverlygurganus.com, where you can see more of my paintings. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you again next time.